In May 2025, BYD made a move that sent shockwaves through the entire car industry. With massive price cuts and free self-driving tech, the Chinese giant isn't just competing, it's changing the game. As Tesla, Toyota, and VW scramble to keep up, BYD is rewriting the rules of what an electric car can be and how much it should cost. This isn't just big, it's historic. Here's why BYD is shaking the auto world to its core. Buckle up for this build, your dreams ride. On May the 23rd, 2025, BYD did something no one saw coming. In a bold move that stunned the market, the company slashed prices on 22 of its most popular electric and plug-in hybrid models, some by as much as 34%. This wasn't a small promotional deal, it was an all-out assault on the global EV market. From the budget-friendly Seagull to the sleek Seal 7 decimeters, BYD aimed to dominate every price range and drive home one message: electric cars should be fast, smart, and affordable for everyone. In Europe, BYD is making major waves. Sales in the first half of 2025 were up a stunning 143% compared to the same time last year. The BYD Seal U plug-in hybrid became a breakout hit, tying with Volkswagen, Tiguan for top FEV sales in several countries. For European drivers used to German engineering, this was a wake-up call. Chinese EVs aren't just catching up, they're winning. Then there's Latin America. In Brazil, BYD is building a massive new production hub in Camari, taking over a site that used to belong to Ford. They're not just selling cars there, they're making them, creating jobs, and becoming a serious force in South America. Similar expansion is happening in Mexico, Chile, and Colombia, where BYD's electric buses are also gaining traction in public transport systems. Over in Southeast Asia, BYD is dominating. In the Philippines, it holds a massive 82% share of the new energy vehicle market. That's not just strong, it's a clean sweep. The Celian 6 decimeters I is the top-selling model, and new BYD showrooms are popping up across major cities in Thailand. In Vietnam, BYD has become the go-to brand for first-time EV buyers, combining affordability with smart features that local consumers love. The company's strategy is clear: don't just ship cars, build them. BYD is setting up local manufacturing in Hungary, Thailand, Brazil, and even Pakistan. These aren't just token plants either. They're fully equipped factories that let BYD avoid tariffs, customize models for regional markets, and slash delivery times. It's a playbook straight out of Toyota's 80s expansion, but with battery packs and AI instead of gas engines. And it's not just cars. BYD is pushing electric buses, trucks, and even monorails under its SkyRail division. Cities looking to cut emissions are turning to BYD for public transport solutions that work and that don't break budgets. In every corner of the globe, BYD is showing up, showing off, and showing that the future of transportation might not come from Silicon Valley or Stuttgart, but from Shenzhen. Now, when BYD moves, the whole auto industry feels it, and lately, it's been moving fast. The company's aggressive pricing, rapid innovation, and global expansion have caught even the biggest names off guard. What was once seen as a regional player is now a full-blown global disruptor, and not everyone is handling it well. Industry response, shock, scramble, and strategy. Let's start with Tesla. In late May 2025, just days after BYD's price cuts and free self-driving announcement, Tesla's stock dropped nearly 7%. Investors saw the writing on the wall. Tesla, once the clear leader in EV tech, was suddenly being undercut not just on price, but on features. Elon Musk's company still holds strong appeal in the West, but BYD's momentum is forcing Tesla to rethink its strategy. Tesla has begun quietly testing lower-cost models and faster software updates, but it's clear the pressure is on. Legacy automakers like Toyota, Volkswagen, and Ford are feeling the squeeze too. For years, they played catch up in the EV race, investing billions into electrification. Now, just as they're getting up to speed, BYD has moved the finish line. Its ability to produce high-quality EVs at low prices is something traditional automakers simply can't match, at least not yet. Why? Because most of them still rely on external suppliers for batteries, chips, and software, while BYD builds almost everything in-house. The Chinese market has turned into a battleground. Companies like Geely, Great Wall Motors, and NIO are fighting to stay relevant. After BYD launched its deep price cuts in trade and offers, some rivals tried to follow, but it backfired. Stocks fell, profit margins shrank, and analysts started warning of a price war that could cripple smaller players. One government report even compared the situation to a potential Evergrande-style collapse, referencing the infamous real estate meltdown. That's how serious it's gotten. Outside of China, regulators are watching closely too. In Europe, there's growing concern about the flood of cheap tech-loaded Chinese EVs. The EU has already launched investigations into whether Chinese EVs are being unfairly subsidized and if tariffs should be raised. In the US, discussions about protecting the domestic auto industry have heated up, especially with elections looming. The fear isn't just about losing market share, it's about falling behind in innovation. Analysts are split. Some call BYD's strategy brilliant, a masterclass in how to dominate a market through vertical integration and smart scale. Others warn it's risky, especially if profits start to shrink. But everyone agrees on one thing: BYD is setting the pace. Whether competitors like it or not, the rules of the game are being rewritten. Reputation is another area where BYD has stumbled, particularly on the global stage. In Brazil, where BYD is building a massive manufacturing hub, authorities launched an investigation in 2025 into what they described as slavery, like labor conditions. Over 160 Chinese workers allegedly had their passports confiscated and were housed in poor conditions, leading to a scandal that drew international outrage and temporarily froze worker visas. For a company that wants to be seen as a global leader, incidents like this damage more than just PR. They shake trust. Quality control is another concern that has followed BYD into export markets. In late 2024, the company issued a major recall affecting nearly 100,000 vehicles, including popular models like the Dolphin and Yuan Plus, due to defects in the power steering system that posed fire risks. Despite the company's Blade battery being touted as ultra-safe, some real-world incidents have contradicted that image. In one case, a BYD EV caught fire just 2 days after crash testing, raising eyebrows about the consistency between lab results and reality. For buyers, technical innovation alone isn't enough. After sales, service, and reliability matter too. Across forums and review sites, owners have reported a troubling number of usability issues. Complaints include buggy infotainment systems, poor user interface design, slow software updates, and range claims that don't hold up in real-world driving. In one well-documented case, a BYD Dolphin owner in Australia described their vehicle failing at highway speeds due to a battery malfunction, only to find that key driving data had been mysteriously erased before support teams could analyze it. Others complain of month-long delays for parts, language barriers in software menus, and frustrating account setups that leave features locked or inaccessible. Perhaps the most unsettling concern is cybersecurity. Reports from Australia, Israel, and the US have alleged that BYD vehicles may be capable of transmitting audio from within the cabin using internal SIM cards. This has triggered not only customer alarm but also government scrutiny. Israel, in particular, moved to ban certain BYD imports until further data privacy measures were verified. In an era where cars are becoming rolling computers, the trustworthiness of the systems behind the wheel is just as important as the mechanics underneath it. Then there's the pace of BYD's growth itself. While expansion can be a strength, moving too fast can also create risk. BYD's relentless rollout of new models across multiple brands like Dynasty, Ocean, Yangwang, and Fangchengbao raises questions about long-term support, parts availability, and software maintenance. This kind of model sprawl might confuse consumers and stretch internal resources too thin, potentially affecting overall quality and resale value. BYD's rapid innovation cycle, if not balanced with product stability and customer support, could backfire. Finally, while BYD's God's Eye autonomous system has made headlines, recent third-party testing suggests it's not quite ahead of the curve in every category. In mid-2025, Chinese state media published comparison tests showing Tesla outperforming BYD in 3 out of 6 advanced driving scenarios. For a company trying to position itself as the leader in EV intelligence, this indicates there's still a performance gap to close. The auto industry has been shaken, and BYD is leading the charge into an electrified tomorrow. Write your thoughts below and subscribe to the channel for more.